Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. You're very welcome to the programme. And this evening we find ourselves at Belville Presbyterian Church, and that's near Lurgan. It's actually near Oxford Island in North Armagh. And as you can see from the billboard there, it says Mission Week, and that's from the 30th of March to the 6th of April. So I'm going to take you up there and give you a wee bit of history of the church. But before I do, I'm going to show you a couple of ministers' graves. Now, I don't know if these men actually ministered here, but they're buried in this wee graveyard. This is one of the smallest graveyards that I've ever come across. But there's a couple of ministers mentioned here, and this is the first one. This plot here. So as you can see, it says Houston, in loving memory of Margaret Isabel, dearly loved wife of the Reverend Samuel Houston, who died 17th of March 1748. She have done what she could. Of course, that's from the Bible. And then it also says, also the above named, the Reverend Samuel Houston, who died 10th of January 1964, in heavenly love abiding. So that's the first minister's grave that I want to show you. And of course, the reason why I'm here is I'm doing a dummy run for this Friday, because this Friday the missionaries, the Belfast City missionaries, will be here, and we'll be giving out invitations and gospel tracts for that mission that's coming up. So this is the next one I want to show you, and it says Thomas Burnett. He died March 1914, and his wife Margaret Liggett died January 1941. Their sons, the Reverend Thomas David Burnett, Canada. So obviously he was Canadian, obviously. Must have been born in Canada. And then it says he was born January 4th, 1892, and he died December 15th, 1985. And then John, born January 1880, died aged 5 months. And then daughters Elizabeth, 1881 to 1896. Alice, 1884 to 1886. And then grandchild Margaret Elizabeth, Greta, 1914 to 1922, which is pretty recent. And then that says daughter of Dick and Kate Burnett. So don't know where these men ministered, whether they ministered here or somewhere else. Obviously, the Canadian man, Thomas David Burnett, would have ministered in Canada. Don't know why these are graves or why these are. They look like graves to say, but no headstones, so I'm not sure. That's certainly concrete you can see there. So I'm not sure if all these are graves or whether it's just the divots of the layout of the land. So Belville Presbyterian was actually birthed as a direct result of the 1859 revival in Ulster, also known as the Year of Grace. Now, the church was privately funded by two members of First Lurgan Presbyterian Church, and that was the Bell brothers, who had originally been a Quaker family and were owners of a local Lurgan linen factory. Now, the company of Thomas Bell and Company not only supplied local looms, but they actually also had offices in London, New York, San Francisco, and Chicago. So they certainly weren't just a wee Mickey Mouse firm. They were certainly a big enough franchise there. And the Reverend John Hutchison, he was actually the first minister to serve the new Belville congregation from 1863 until 1901. The church having opened its doors for worship in June 1863. Now, a local gospel group, Mary McGee and the Genesis, came for a musical outreach to the fellowship here, and they were a gospel band during the 70s and 80s. And so I grew up listening to their music because my dad would have played their music on a Sunday morning, going to church, and they were very good, I have to say. Some of their songs was absolutely brilliant. Now, it would appear that the site for the new church building and graveyard here were donated by Lord Lurgan of the Brownlow family, and their mausoleum is actually in the Shankill graveyard in Lurgan, and I've actually covered that. And of course, his wife, William's wife, was of the Abercorns, the Dukes of Abercorn. So, not sure which one of the Brownlows donated the land here, but certainly one of them, who was Lord Lurgan at the time. Now, as you can see, there's a gospel mission commencing here. And as I say, the Belfast City Mission's given invitations and tracks out for that this Friday. So that's why I'm here doing a dummy run to see where it is, because I've never actually been here before. And you're actually not too far from Loch Ney, which of course is one of the biggest lakes there is in the UK. If not the biggest, in fact, I think it is the biggest. Now, it's called The Light Still Shines, and that's what they're calling the mission. And it's going to be for 7 nights here at Belville Presbyterian Church, from Sunday the 30th of March to Sunday the 6th of April, as you can see from the sign. And the speakers will be William Logan and Andy Williamson of the Belfast City Mission, two men that I know very well because I work with them in the Belfast City Mission. So on Sunday the 30th of March, it'll be from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And on Monday the 31st of March till Friday the 4th of April, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. And then again Sunday the 6th of April, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, there'll be singers, there'll be testimonies, and the address for the church here, if you're wanting to come, so spread the word, put it on Facebook, plaster it all over. We want a good turnout here. So the address is Belville Presbyterian Church, 130 Derry Trasna, I think that is. It's Derry Trasna Road, Lurgan, and the postcode is BT66 6NP, and everyone is welcome to attend. So it would be great to see you here. So I'll give you a wee look inside the church here. So I will. So amazing to think that this church was birthed, this congregation was birthed through the 1859 revival. Boy, wouldn't it be great if an oil revival broke out at this mission? It would be fantastic. And boy, does the island of Ireland need it. A plain but quite a nice wee church. So there you go, folks. I have to say, this is my first time at this church. I'd never heard of it before. A lovely 19th century building, isn't it? And plenty of parking here as well. So there you go, folks. So hope to see you here. God bless.